What is going on, Nuggets Nation NBA fans? My name is Tom Leuthner. Welcome back to Nuggets Today, presented by Fan Arch. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let's get right into it. Today we got our first win of the season. It was great to watch. I say today because the time of this recording. It was amazing to see Denver be able to pull through and actually finish that game off, just because they didn't look that good to close out the game before they put their starters back in. I think it was 111 to 101 at one point, and it really made me nervous because I thought that they were going to blow it. Now, when you go back and look at what Denver was able to do, right, and specifically in the first half, I think Denver ran the same three plays back to back to back to see what kind of opportunities they could get. Now, everybody was complaining last game that Denver didn't have an offense. They didn't run plays. Adelman didn't want to run plays. He's not a good coach. And I just disagree. I think that Adelman is a great coach. I think that Adelman knows what he's doing. It's going to take time. He's a brand new head coach. He's been an assistant in Denver for 6 years. So you would think, oh, well, he knows the system. He's brand new when it comes to head coaching. He has other guys on the staff now that are helping him out. The whole coaching staff almost is brand new. They got rid of majority of their staff. So for him to have people next to him who he's never worked with directly with the Denver Nuggets, and a new team as well, there's going to be changes. It's going to take time. That's why I said, I was not too worried about the Warriors game, but I liked what I saw from Denver. We saw a lot of plays ran, especially in the beginning of the game. They didn't shoot a lot of threes, and I know that that's one thing that he spoke about. Ryan Blackburn tweeted, he asked him about, why or how it feels about them not shooting a lot of threes, and he says he knows that they're the outlier in the NBA, but it just comes down to them being able to hit free throws as a team. It comes down to them being able to finish in the paint. I mean, you go back and look, they shot 51% from the field. They took 84 total shots. 31 of those were three-pointers, which is a good number, but they only shot 29% from three. They went 9 for 31, which I think Adelman said he wants to change that. But at the same time, they completely dominated when it came to finishing in the paint, right? You look at the free throws, they took 42 free throws as a team tonight. And in those 42 free throws, they went 90%. They missed 4 free throws. They have their offensive game. They work with the team they can. But like I said, they ran the same play, first 3 plays, and it turned out in a different result every single time. The third time they ran it was a little forced, but the first 2 times were great. It comes down to a 3-pointer, and then it comes down to a lob. So, or a pass down low for a dunk. I just think that they ran the offense to a T today. You look at the starting 5. And every single player in the starting 5 had double digits, which is what I was saying yesterday or in last episode. That's what needs to happen. Jokic had 14, Jamal had 23, CB had 20, AG had 17, and Cam had 15. You're not in a game where and granted, it's the Suns whose defense is not great, and what are you going to do about it? You play who's in front of you, but we shot such a good percentage. Denver shot such a good percentage as a team. The three-point ball, like I said, is struggling. AG went 1 for 6. Cam went 1 for 3. CB went 0 for 1. Jamal went 3 for 8. Jokic went 0 for 3. But at the same time, when you're lighting up the entire team when it comes to playing in the paint, getting second chance rebounds here and there, which I'll get to in a little bit, and being able to attack the rim, which I'm actually going to talk about next episode. That is what you need to see from Denver, and that's what's going to get Denver wins this year realistically. The next topic I want to talk about real quick is just the officiating. And I just think that, it's funny. One of my buddies, Bailey, he's a huge Rockets fan. And I said, the refs always hate Denver. I just feel like that's how it goes. I watch games all around the league. I feel like there's very rarely 3 seconds called. Like almost never. You'll get them here and there. I feel like they're always on Jokic. There was one play where Bruce Brown's on a little bit of a fast break. They called a carry on him. I haven't seen a carry called to the NBA for so long on just a play where he's running down the court. And then you look at just the first quarter, right? You look at it. Jokic gets hit. They called a foul on Jokic. I believe it was Oso Ighodaro. Maybe it was Ryan Dunn or maybe Dylan Brooks. Whoever it was, they sort of pushed Jokic, and Jokic got the foul, and he just walked away. He got held and took a shot, and they said because he was his back was to the basket when he went up, it wasn't considered a shot. It went in. It was 100% in the shooting formation. He saw that he was going to get hit. He went up for the shot. If any other player, not any other player, but if Shea did that, if Brunson did that, that's 100% an N1. But of course for Jokic it wasn't. I mean, Cam was behind Booker, got called for a wild foul. Booker just beat him. Cam was trying to, get back to the spot. Didn't really touch him. Christian Brown had a sick dunk, got hit on the dunk, no call. Cam poked the ball out, and he got a reach-in call, which ended up being a Denver challenge, which was successful, where they turned it over, and because the Suns regained possession, it didn't matter. They got the ball, but still, successful challenge on a call that shouldn't have been called. There was a questionable play where Watson got a block, could have gone either way, but at the same time, they didn't even review it to see if it was a foul. And then the last thing is that I want to just touch on in this topic is Jokic getting his technical. When you go back and watch the call, he did get hooked, and it was an offensive foul, but before it turned to it. And as somebody who's played basketball throughout their life, you get frustrated when you aren't getting calls. I mean, Jokic went to the line. He didn't take a lot of shots today. He shot 4 free throws, right? He should have had the other end one. They have the hook that should have been down in Denver's possession. I'm not even mad about it because Denver was able to take to get the W. But like it's just weird. Denver gets officiated in such a weird way. Like the Thunder are able to do whatever they want whenever they want. And they'll never get a call. But God forbid the Nuggets do something or play some kind of game or even close to aggressive. There's going to be calls on the Nuggets. Now the next thing I want to talk about is just the rebounding and the defense a little bit. But the rebounding them is the main thing, right? 10 of the Suns' first 19 points were scored off of second chance rebounds. That's a big thing when it comes to losing Michael Porter Jr. That's something I covered. 6'10" small forward. I believe he was at 7 to 8 rebounds a game last year, and that's what you're getting yourself into when you're getting a guy like Cam, who he had 4 rebounds today. Jokic dominated, and Valanciunas in the short span of time he played today, 13 minutes, he had 12 and 7, which is awesome. I think that's exactly what Denver needed in a center. The 7 rebounds is massive, but then you look at the starting 5. Jokic had 14, so obviously Jokic is going to do Jokic things. Jamal had 6, CB had 3, AG had 2, and Cam had 4. You can't rely on your point guard to be the guy who is going to grab the second most amount of rebounds in the starting 5. That just can't happen. Cam has to attack. AG has to attack. We have a smaller starting 5, which is weird to say because I feel like we have a big team. But when it comes to the front court, we have a small starting 5, right? AG, Cam, and Jokic are not the biggest guys in the world. Obviously, when it comes to physical presence and appearance, they are. But when it comes to height, they're not the biggest team in the world. So when you're playing a team like the Suns, who have a extended center core, you have to be able to grab rebounds, right? Oso Ighodaro did relatively nothing at 4-1-1. Ryan Dunn, though, their small forward, had 7 rebounds. You look at Kaman Malawach came off the bench. He only grabbed 2. You have Nick Richards, who came off the bench. He grabbed 4. Then you have Mark Williams, who's not even there. So, they had a lot more people. They had Hayes Davis grab 5 rebounds. Colin Gillespie had 2 rebounds. Royce O'Neal had 4 rebounds. They were attacking the glass as a team, and Denver needs to do that more and be more consistent in grabbing those boards in order to win big games. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is somebody who I think he did what he needed to do, right? Bruce Brown had 11, 3, and 3, shot 4 for 6 from the field, 2 for 4 from the three-point line, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. His defensive game, 1 block, 1 steal. That is what Bruce Brown's going to be. I think everybody thought he was going to come in, and even if I think when I was writing down my notes, he was only at 7 or 8 points, but I was fine with that, and I'm fine with Bruce averaging 7 or 8 points. I don't think he needs to average this insane amount of points. I think that he was fine with what he did, and that's the player that he is going to be. So just a quick note on Bruce. I am completely fine if Bruce only averages 6 points and comes in and makes a difference. It's nice to see him shoot the ball again. He came in with super confident today. He went 2 for 4 from 3, but he just let it fly when he touched the ball. He was playing good defense, and there's not much you could do. Going back to my last topic real quick, just the rebounding and defense, which I didn't touch on the defensive aspect. The Suns shot 34% from the three-point line, which isn't amazing. It's right under league average, and with 17 for 50. But, you can't allow a guy like Grayson Allen to shoot 50% from 3. Devin Booker completely torched them. Dylan Brooks shot terribly. And it was nice to see Colin Gillespie actually get minutes. He went 2 for 4 from the field, which was his 3-point stats. But you can't allow Grayson Allen to be taking 10 threes. You have to do something about that, and you cannot allow him to shoot 50%. But that is all I got for you guys today, Nuggets Nation. Make sure to hit that like button. Like I said, subscribe if you are new here. Leave a comment down below if you guys want me to cover anything, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Great win for the Denver Nuggets.